As the 2024 European Championship approaches, the enthusiasm among fans continues to grow. However, for some highly anticipated players and their coaching teams, this grand event brings deep concerns. Some players are sidelined due to injuries, while others are racing against time, hoping to recover before heading to Germany. For those players who have already been confirmed as unable to participate, their absence undoubtedly poses a significant challenge to their respective national teams. Among them, anterior cruciate ligament tears have become a nightmare for modern footballers, forcing many stars to withdraw from competition. Additionally, some players have missed out on the European Championship due to suspensions. Despite the difficulties, some players remain optimistic. They hope to recover from their injuries in the final 2 months of the season, catching the last train to return to their national teams, and bring honor to their countries. These players are either striving to prove their fitness, or struggling to find their best form. On this list of absentees, the names of some big-name players stand out. David Alaba, Austria. David Alaba, along with Thibaut, Courtois and Eder Militao, suffered anterior cruciate ligament tears this season while playing for Real Madrid. However, unlike his two teammates, Alaba will definitely not be able to return before the end of the season. The versatile defender sustained his injury in the first half of a league game against Villarreal in December last year. Considering the expected recovery time of 8 months, Alaba will definitely miss Austria's 2024 European Championship campaign. Domenico Berardi, Italy. After recovering from a meniscus injury, Domenico Berardi suffered a complete tear of the Achilles tendon in his right leg during Sassuolo's Serie A match against Verona on March 3. The versatile forward was part of Italy's 2020 European Championship winning squad, but is now expected to return to the pitch next year. Sandro Tonali, Italy. Sandro Tonali had an encouraging start to his Premier League career after joining Newcastle from AC Milan. However, he was unexpectedly involved in one of the biggest match-fixing scandals in Italian football history. As a result, the midfielder was banned from playing for 10 months due to his involvement in illegal betting, effective from October 27, 2023. Therefore, he will miss this year's European Championship. Tonali's suspension is undoubtedly a huge blow to the Italian national team, as he would have had a chance to compete for a starting spot under Luciano Spalletti. However, more importantly, the 23-year-old is receiving help to overcome his gambling issues, and hopefully rediscover his career. Thibaut Courtois, Belgium. Thibaut Courtois was devastated. He was supposed to return to action after the international break, but suffered a serious knee injury during a training session with Real Madrid, once again reducing him to tears. After tearing the anterior cruciate ligament in his left knee during the pre-season, the Belgian tore the medial meniscus in the same knee on March 19. Courtois underwent surgery the following day, and is not expected to return to action until the 2024-2025 season. However, the 31-year-old may not have had a chance to participate in the 2024 European Championship anyway. His relationship with Belgian national team coach Domenico Tedesco seems to have reached an irreparable breaking point. The two fell out last summer, with Tedesco claiming that Courtois missed a European Championship qualifier against Estonia because he didn't get the captain's armband. Before the international break, Tedesco stated, "I did everything possible to have him with us for this summer's European Championship, but the last thing I heard was that he didn't feel ready." His attitude was clear and honest. Courtois responded on social media with 3 Pinocchio emojis, effectively accusing Tedesco of lying. As long as Tedesco remains the coach of the Belgian national team, it is unlikely that Courtois will be recalled. Sven Botman, Netherlands. The centre-back position can be said to be the most talent-rich for the Dutch team, but Sven Botman, who was expected to occupy a spot in Ronald Koeman's lineup, suffered a severe blow with an anterior cruciate ligament injury during Newcastle United's match against Manchester City on March 16. He is expected to require a recovery period of 6-9 months before returning to the pitch, thus ruling him out of this summer's Euro Cup. Jurrien Timber, Netherlands. Jurrien Timber's excellent performances in pre-season friendlies and the Community Shield were eye-catching. However, the Dutch defender suffered a significant setback in his Premier League debut for Arsenal, Last August, he unfortunately sustained an anterior cruciate ligament injury during Arsenal's 2-1 victory over Nottingham Forest. Despite initial concerns that his season might be over, Timber is now working hard on his recovery, and is expected to return to the pitch after the March international break. His current priority is to regain his fitness, and hopes to play a crucial role in Arsenal's title bid. If he can successfully return, and show good form, he could potentially be selected by Dutch national team coach Ronald Koeman for the Euro Cup, as Timber's versatility would be a valuable asset to any team. Ivan Perisic, Croatia. It seems unlikely that Croatian winger Ivan Perisic will increase his appearance count at the Euro Cup. Last September, he sustained a non-contact right knee injury during a training session with Tottenham Hotspur, and the club announced that he would miss the remainder of the season, although he indicated in January that he could potentially return to the pitch in April. Considering that the 35-year-old's contract with Spurs is expiring at the end of this season, head coach Ange Postecoglou has stated that it's unlikely he will play for the team again. Gavi, Spain. During Spain's Euro Cup qualifier against Georgia last November, Gavi suffered a complete tear of the anterior cruciate ligament in his right knee, and associated damage to the lateral meniscus. Reportedly, Barcelona blamed Spanish coach Luis de la Fuente for allowing Gavi to play in a meaningless match, as the midfielder was one of only 2 players who retained their starting positions from the game against Cyprus 3 days prior. Barcelona was furious when Gavi had to be substituted due to injury just 24 minutes into the match. De la Fuente dismissed allegations that the young player was exhausted at the time, insisting that he was full of energy and perfectly fit to play. Injuries can happen in any situation, he argued. It was an accident, an unfortunate one. He was in perfect condition. Regardless of the truth, it has been reported that the Spanish Football Federation, EFF, has decided not to recall Gavi for international matches this year, even if he is able to return to the pitch before the start of the 2024-25 season. Christopher Nkunku, France. The Euro Cup prospects for French forward Christopher Nkunku are looking bleak. He hasn't played for the French team since June last year, and has been dealing with injuries since joining Chelsea. Nkunku sustained a knee injury during pre-season and underwent surgery, sidelining him for 4 months. Although he showed promising form upon his return, even scoring in his Premier League debut on Christmas Eve, he has since been sidelined again due to hip and hamstring issues. Currently, it seems unlikely that the 26-year-old, who has yet to score for the French national team, will recover in time for the Euro Cup. Paul Pogba, France. French midfielder Paul Pogba is understandably heartbroken after being banned from playing for 4 years due to a positive test for a banned substance. He insists that he never intentionally took performance-enhancing drugs, but if he fails to successfully appeal the ban, the midfielder may never play for Juventus or the French team again. Pogba has already been plagued by injuries and missed the 2022 World Cup due to poor surgical recovery. There are serious doubts about whether he can regain the form that made him the most expensive player in football history, when he transferred from Juventus to Manchester United in 2016. Luke Shaw, England. England left-back Luke Shaw joined the national team ahead of the friendly matches in March, but his participation in the 2024 European Championship remains in doubt. He has missed multiple games this season due to a recurrence of the same muscle issue that sidelined him for 3 months earlier in the campaign. Reports suggest that he has not given up on the opportunity to travel to Germany, and considering the Three Lions' lack of quality options at left-back, England manager Gareth Southgate will surely hope that one of his key players, from the 2020 Euros, can recover from his latest setback sooner than expected. Raheem Sterling, England. England winger Raheem Sterling started the season strongly, but has recently seen his form dip, even becoming a target of fans' boos. Despite contributing 15 goals for Chelsea this season, his performances have been overshadowed by teammate Cole Palmer, with Phil Foden and Bukayo Saka certain to be called up, and with the likes of Anthony Gordon and Jarrod Bowen in better form, it remains uncertain whether Sterling will have a place in this summer's European Championship squad. Southgate may opt to rest one of his best players from the 2020 Euros at home. Reece James, England. Reece James declared on social media in late February that he was almost back. It was just a matter of time. Given James' long-standing hamstring issues, Chelsea manager Mauricio Pochettino has been reluctant to reveal an exact date for the right-back's return. However, during the international break in March, when asked about James' progress, England manager Gareth Southgate stated, "We are hoping he can play some part of the games before the Euros." Southgate raised a pertinent question, however: can he play 7 games in a month? Based on his track record over the last couple of years, the answer is no. But is he a top-level player, who can give you something significant? Absolutely. As such, James faces a race against time to convince Southgate that he is a worthwhile risk. He has only made 9 appearances in all competitions for Chelsea so far this season. Ben White, England. Since leaving the 2022 World Cup for personal reasons, Ben White has not represented the England national team. His absence seems likely to continue for some time. England manager Gareth Southgate attempted to call up the Arsenal right-back for the friendly matches against Brazil and Belgium in March, but Ben White declined the invitation. Southgate expressed regret over the situation. "He's a player we've taken to a European Championship and a World Cup. I spoke to him after Qatar because I was keen to select him again. But he's not available to us at the moment, and there's no animosity between us. For the avoidance of doubt, it's got nothing to do with Coach Steve Holland, and I don't like some of the speculation in some of the articles. I still hope to select him again in the future, but he's not available to us at the moment, and I have to focus on the players who can help us."